should read all of these. Who to Follow and Why, Part 2. The spiritual leader you're following, the priest, the rabbi, the spiritual guru, the mystic, the psychic, the clairvoyant, the energy healer. Are they still reading books, or do they believe they don't need to because they know it already? The Dalai Lama reads every day and says he learns something new every day.
He's built multi-million-dollar companies. His explosive books on health and wealth have sold over 60 million copies. Now, the Kevin Trudeau Show they don't want you to know.
There's another lesson. If you go to GuruKev.com, you should read all of these. Who to Follow and Why, Part 2. Who to Follow and Why, Part 2. And this goes on to talk about some things, but I want to just read a little section of it here. Who to follow. Here are some other things that you should consider. The spiritual leader you're following, the priest, the rabbi, the spiritual guru, the mystic, the psychic, the clairvoyant, the energy healer. Do they show a lack of appreciation? Are they still reading books, or do they believe they don't need to because they know it already? That means they have a low teachability index. The Dalai Lama reads every day and says he learns something new every day. Do you know that most spiritual leaders and priests and Christian ministers that I talk to and gurus, they think they know everything, and it's stupid to read books. They can't learn from another person. They know it all. Do they operate, think, talk, act out of fear, lack, worry, anxiety, or concern? Are they always talking about, these demons are trying to kill you. They're trying to attack you. That's fear. Are they coming from fear or love? Are they making you fearful or anxious? Or are they just saying, everything will be fine? This is the world of duality. This is an illusion. There are no snakes here, just some ropes coiled up in the corner. Nothing to fear. Where are they coming from? Do they speak condescendingly and show conceit and contempt for others? Are they critical, judging, condemning, and finding the imperfections in things and people? Do they believe in absolutes? And their understanding of right and wrong, good and bad, are the only correct viewpoints? Who are you listening to? Are they very concerned with how others view, think, and talk about them? Are they very concerned about how others live their lives? And without being asked, are obsessed with trying to change or fix others to their correct way of living and beliefs? I've been around a lot of spiritual gurus who are always trying to correct people. They weren't asked. If you're around me, I don't give opinions and advice unless I'm specifically asked, and then I'm still hesitant because it's up to that person. And when that person asks me, they don't want my opinion. They just want affirmation of their own opinion. But see, I can see that. How can another spiritual guru or mystic not? Are they attached to the body and to material things? Having material things and working out and taking care of your body are nothing wrong with. The key is, are you attached to it? That's the critical part. I remember when the government said they're going to take everything away. It didn't affect me at all. It was like, fine, good. Good, I can start with a clean slate. It's somebody else's turn to enjoy those things. They weren't mine. They were on loan to me from the universe. I was just experiencing them for a short period. When I drop my body, it's all going to be gone anyway. I had a friend of mine who had some things that potentially he could lose with a bad business deal, and it really caused him a lot of stress and consternation. And he was in a different position than me. He had a family and things of that nature. But there was still attachment. Still attachment. When you're not attached to things, you're liberated and free. If you're attached to stuff, you're not enlightened. You're not self-realized. Do they have a need for prestige, status, acceptance, power, control over others and all conditions around them? And you see people always barking out orders, always demanding that things be their particular way and certain way. Do they need that? Or do they go with the flow? Are they revengeful, unforgiving, and arrogant? I've been around so many priests and rabbis who are so revengeful. They hold grudges. They're always trying to get back at somebody. Somebody does something to me that I perceive as not good. I take responsibility for everything. I show what's called pan-determinism, and pan, which is total responsibility, which means if somebody runs a red light and smashes into my car, I created that. There's nothing to forgive. If somebody purposely comes into my house, breaks in, and steals something, I created that. There's nothing for me to forgive. Because when you're coming from the viewpoint above the veil, you see what really is there. You see what's really happening. Therefore, you understand. It's like when you watch a marionette show and you see two little puppets trying to kill each other. It looks terrible. One puppet's trying to kill the other. Well, if you just look above, it's one person that's controlling both puppets. The puppets are just puppets. It's one person. Life is the same. Every human being is a puppet, and there's one person controlling it all. It's the oneness. And that oneness is the self, and that's you. But you don't comprehend that because you haven't passed the veil and been established or anchored in that state of oneness. Do they have fear of losing what they have? Are they concerned with what they have and what is theirs? Are they focused on analyzing, intellectualizing, overthinking instead of following their feelings and intuition? Are they afraid of making a mistake and being wrong? Must they make others wrong and themselves always right? Are they self-righteous? The list goes on and on and on. You can attain a greater sense of knowingness of what true reality is. When that happens, even just a touch, everything in your life changes because the perspective is different. Fear goes away. You become fearless. A true guru, a true spiritual master, a true self-enlightened being is fearless. Nothing makes them fearful because there's nothing to fear. Hi, I'm Kevin Trudeau. This is everything they don't want you to know about to improve the quality of your life. Broadcasting every Monday and Wednesday, 2 days a week now. Monday and Wednesday at 1 o'clock Chicago time. Make sure you tune in and subscribe to the channel and share these shows with everyone you know.